Between the time when Enons waged war against Scientology and the rise of the dank memes of Gamergate, there was an age undreamed of, when scores of faceless Xbox fanboys spammed the comments of defenseless pro-PlayStation YouTubers. Upon this came El Presador, destined to wear the jeweled crown of the Trey Brotherhood upon a beastly brow. Now let me tell you of the days of high trolling.
Going into late fall 2009, things had settled back down to the usual routine, for the most part. Tokes had taken my advice and was focusing more on his music, but not without getting a few last digs in at the Trey Brotherhood's expense.
Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. There's a lesson to be learned. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Look like a bitch right now. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Finna run their ass down the line. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. 30X. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Do more. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Exposing lanes. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. I see rhythms. Bitch, I thought you knew. Bitch, I really thought you knew. Toronto. You little YouTube ass licking bitches. You motherfuckers bad.
El Presador provided us with a glimpse of his father and the origins of his supreme console warring skills.
The f*** you look at! The f***! My son is gonna be big one day! Getting bigger than me! He's gonna lead a far bigger organization than me! The f***? Where the f*** you get this shit at? He's gonna have everything better than I have in life. Better everything. He's gonna be far famouser than I ever was. My son will follow in my footsteps, but lead a great organization. This is what I'm leading, the Atari Brotherhood. Atari for life! Get him in here! Where the f*** is El Presador at? Get in here, El Presador! Teach him how it's done! How to be a leader! I lead the greatest men!
When I wasn't busy playing games with 8th and helping him earn platinums.
Hi guys, 8th level here. This is Cloudy with a chance of meatballs going for the platinum. Wish me luck. Just hold your butt. You can't stop me. You can never stop me. Hey, did I mention that you can't stop me? Yeah, I just hold your butt there. Hold your butt. Beat your butt. Beat your butt. Beat it, beat it, beat it. Own it. You weebles can't touch me. Skill, baby. Now I just need to kill some marshmallows and I read the plat. Flintlock wood!
Flintlock wood! Oh, Flint, it's the mayor.
Flintlock wood!
Flintlock wood! Oh, Flint,
Flintlock wood!
Flintlock wood! Oh,
Flintlock wood!
Flintlock wood!
Flintlock wood!
Flintlock wood!
Flintlock
Flint, it's
wood!
the mayor. Flintlock wood! Oh,
Alright, that's enough. They want to see you earn the plat. They don't want to see you
Flint.
go, Flintlock wood!
Now we're going for the plat, baby! Platinum, platinum, platinum. Weebles, weebles, weebles. MLD can kiss my butt. Platinum achieved! Weebles! This is it! I'm out!
I was predicting the flood of incoming PS3 exclusives and the fact that the 360 would be in third place before the beginning of the next generation in a video entitled "The End's Not Coming, The End Is Here."
What we really do is express our opinions and call it fact. I want to show you why I haven't been online for the last few days. You see this? This represents 2 days of collating data, well, for an hour a day on my lunch break at work, from various websites including IGN, GameSpot, OneUp.com, and Metacritic, Gamasutra, a whole bunch of different sites that I pulled this info from because I didn't want any of these X-bots saying that I was being, you know, one-sided by picking a quote-unquote biased site. I have taken the liberty of doing some very low-budget visual aids to help you guys understand how totally owned you are. So, another thing that MLD brought up in one of his latest vids was that between PS3 and 360, their libraries are more or less about 90 to 98% the same. So, even though he denied it in the past, and even though Doughboy has repeatedly shot this down, it all boils down to exclusives. True exclusives over the next 2 years, 46, which by the way is the same amount of exclusives did over the last 2.5 years. So their number of exclusives is going up, whereas 360s is going down. Console exclusives 9, and again they're all MMORPGs, so for a total of 55. 360 true exclusives, a pitiful 18. 35, over half the games in the next 2 years are PC ports. Is it getting through your skulls yet? Let me spell it out for you. Do the fucking math, bitches. The end's not coming, friends. The end is here. This is 7th. Bunch of X-bot motherfuckers.
And then out of the blue, I got a PM from Hellhound 30X. I'd been talking to Hellhound in PMs almost from day one, and we discovered we had a lot of interests in common, and before long had become good friends, at least online, as far as friends online can become friends. You get what I'm saying. In public, Hellhound was a die-hard X-bot, but in reality, he was a multi-console gamer and collector who had mad editing and art skills, so at the time, his videos had way more polish and style than anyone in the community, and he was viewed as one of the best the 360 Republic had to offer. What Hellhound sent me was that he had become bored. He wasn't having any fun with his Pro 360 trolling vids. They weren't getting the attention that he felt that he should. He wasn't getting the subs he felt that he should. He wasn't getting the views that he felt that he should, and so on. The whole time he had been watching everything that I and the Trey Brotherhood had been doing, saw us collaborating together on various vids, saw the captures of PSN group chats where we were all laughing and cutting up, the fun we were all having, not to mention how fast our subs and views were shooting up, and he was a little envious. He said, "I'd really like to switch sides, but at this point, I don't think your guys would believe me." So I thought about it for a little while, and I came back and said, well, what if you were never really on the 360 side to begin with? And I laid out a plan for what would prove to be the rough draft of what I would eventually come to call the troll trap method. I would first go to the Trey Brotherhood and convince them that Hellhound had been on our side the whole time and that he and I had been coordinating on his Pro 360 videos to get in good with MLD and his group. We would then simultaneously get into a completely worked back and forth vid battle to further cement him to the 360 Republic as a true X-bot. Once he got to the point where we felt his popularity within the Republic was as high as it could possibly get, we would spring the reveal trap, embarrassing the X-bots and getting him in good with the other Trey Brotherhood trolls at the same time. So step 1. I reached out to El Prezador and Solid Rev. It didn't take much convincing on Prez's side, since El Prezador really does believe that he has everyone fooled with every word that comes out of his mouth, and he just assumed that I was a true PS3 fanboy who had fallen for all of his BS and was being a good little soldier. Solid Rev was a little more skeptical, he usually is, but overall was willing to see how it all played out. So I gave Hellhound some time to further build up his reputation with the X-bots.
And you were licking my nuts the entire time! Good video, bro. Oh, it's just the way to do it, bro. Ah, chingón, man. Rompe la boca. Yeah, vato. Yeah,
And then I posted my attack video to hell with Hellhound.
He showed up in the comments of some of my videos a while back, and through back and forth PMing, we developed a friendship and mutual respect for each other. And I left it at that. I told him, no, I'm not going to go after you, man. I'm not going to attack you. And there wasn't really any point, because all he was making were these little montage videos talking about how great the 360 was. The next thing I know, I start getting all these PMs from Trey Brotherhood members. You guys know who you are. Saying, hey, you've got to go after Hellhound 30X. You've got to knock this guy off his perch. And I told him no. I said, no, he's my friend. I ain't going to fool with him. And then all of a sudden, here comes all these videos from him, where now he's in front of the camera. And he's just talking some really harsh shit, you know. Most of it's not factual, but, you know, the X-bots aren't exactly known for checking their facts. So, you know, they take it at face value and they jump on it. And, you know, at first I just kind of friendly you know, as a joke, you know, I'd go on there and counter him little comments, but I never made a video counter because he is my friend. Now it's gotten to the point where I really don't have any fucking choice. So now here we are. Things have changed. And my hands are tied, and they become more and more tied every time he runs his mouth. I warned him that this would be coming if he stepped in front of that camera and started spewing the same kind of shit that MLD was spewing. So this is the new face of the 360 Brotherhood, right? You watch any one of his fucking videos, the first thing that comes to mind, I feel like Austin Powers staring at fucking Kevin Arnold in Goldmember, because all I want to do is go, more, more, mole, 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 more. It looks like he just ate a fucking thing of Jello chocolate pudding and forgot to wipe his goddamn mouth. The thing looks like I'm just expecting at any minute to, develop a rudimentary intelligence, sprout a face, and tell me to get my ass to Mars. Goddamn mole is like the concave statue of Jesus at Christus Gardens in Gatlinburg. No matter where you go, the thing follows you. It just looks at you. It peers into your fucking soul. God damn. Why don't you take a page out of John Candy's book? Here, have a quarter, go downtown and pay some rat to gnaw that. In fact, if you were to watch his old videos a few days ago before he found out that I had found it and deleted it, you would have seen a video of his actual wedding. Took place in a courthouse. Here's this big, ginormous, massive Latino guy standing there in his little silk vest with his hair all done up and everything. And here's his little 4-foot-tall, munchkin-looking white bread wife. From watching it, I couldn't tell if she was there to exchange vows or insurance information. I couldn't tell if she was there to take his ring or bail him out. Here this guy is, that I've been nice enough to leave alone, and he comes on posting these stupid-ass videos, like a video where he dreamt that he woke up and was having a Coyote Ugly moment with his PS3. Then he wakes up from that dream, rolls over, and there's his Xbox 360 in bed, and he starts cuddling with it. And that's supposed to be the normal part. There ain't nothing normal about sticking your dick in any game console. Imagine or not, man. That was f***ed up. So bottom line, I'm sorry if this hurts your feelings. I'm sorry if this gets you all ass hurt. But you had it coming. All this is a warning shot across your massively broad bow. But you want to come at me? If you really want to come at me, and I know you don't, you go ahead and you bring it, son. And I'll take you to school. This is 7th, you holy moly ghost dog looking fake OG gangsta fake X-bot motherfucker.
I dug in at him pretty good, but I also left a few openings in it for counterattack. After the video went up, I reached out to Hellhound and pointed those counterpoints out to him so he could use them in his reply and hit me in a way that MLD never had, thus making him look like a better foil for me and the Trey Brotherhood than MLD was. No, I did not tell General MLD anything about this one. Yes, we were friends, but to get Hellhound in good standing with the Trey guys who had been going at it against him this whole time, I chose to play this one really close to the chest. Kayfabe had to be maintained on both sides. It had to be believable on both sides. So I couldn't cut MLD in on this one. And wouldn't you know, it worked. Remember El Presidor's not qualified for leadership video, where he stated that MLD was not qualified to be involved in the console wars because he had never owned a PS3 and hence couldn't properly speak about how one was better than the other? Well, people on both sides of the community certainly remembered that video, and they saw that Hellhound owned a PS3, owned a 360, owned a Wii, and was clearly good at countering me, one of the best debaters on the Trey side. Folks in the 360 Republic forum really started getting behind Hellhound. A couple even suggested that he might make for a better leader than MLD. Videos started sprouting up on both sides, suggesting Hellhound should take over as leader of the 360 Republic.
You got the views that you have and the subscribers you have because you were the only one with a voice. But I think people, according to the consensus was to get rid of him, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can keep doing your videos, but it doesn't, they're irrelevant. Just like you're irrelevant. As of, 2 days ago when I first started getting flooded with the, hey, Truth, do something about this. We've got together. There's a new leader of the Xbox 360 contingency. The man's got charisma. The man is respectful. The man, when he's on camera and he does his videos, he does it in a way that he demands respect. This guy, I've watched some of his videos. I even had, a little interaction with him. The guy is respectful. He actually really is. And I agree with the majority of the Xbox 360 Weeble contingency. But now this new guy, he's not really new, but he's come to the forefront in the last, I'd say, month. And the one name kept popping up. I mean, the conversations were different, but it all ended up at the same point. And I agree. And his name is Hellhound 30, small x. That's my own, I throw that in there.
In an attempt to try and squash this, General MLD mentions Hellhound positively in a video and lists him as his second-in-command on his 360 Republic membership list on his YouTube channel page. The time was right to spring the trap. I posted my video entitled The Fine Art of Mass Ownage.
You fucking weevils don't get it, do you? You don't get it. For all your posturing, for all your lies, for all your misinformation that you shit all over the public, every single little thing you do, we own you. We own you before you even try. You're the most simple-minded, easiest to manipulate people there are on YouTube. It's a joke. It's laughable. It's a game to us. And let me just clue you in on just how much of a game it really is. Set your Wayback Machine for last July. I was fairly new to the Brotherhood. Still learning the ropes, so to speak. And I start getting comments from a guy calling himself Hellhound 30X. We started talking behind the scenes, had a lot in common, became friends. And one night, the topic came up, what's something that we could really do to mass own a large number of the 360 contingent, possibly all of them at the same time. And an idea sprang to our minds almost simultaneously. A couple of days after that happened, anyone that had been following Hellhound up to that point didn't have a whole lot of videos. Most of them were just personal stuff at that point. Would have noticed that all of the videos showing off his PS3 and his PS2 and PSP collections magically vanished. And his whole page was reworked with 360 shit everywhere. And his profile was redone up, talking about being a member of the Xbox contingents, and he's a proud Xbot, etc., etc., etc. He starts posting a few response videos, making fun of people, making fun of Trey members, and he's immediately embraced by the Weeblehood. He becomes their new champion. All of his videos 5-starred. Next thing you know, we had this whole debate going on about who should really be the leader of the Xbots. Yeah. And it was surprising how many really thought that Hellhound should take over for MLD, because he was more entertaining, and he brought charisma, and he brought technical skill to his videos. Think about that for a minute. Just look at the course of events that happened from there to now. And let me just lay it all out for you weebles, so that your simple minds can understand it. me making a video trashing him. Planned in advance. His debate with the truth setting you free, even though the truth did not know this at the time, and I do apologize for that, my brother, but it had to be convincing. Planned in advance. Truth Now 37 didn't know anything about this either, so his video proclaiming that Hellhound should be the new leader that got all this started, that was just a happy accident. The videos that he did all the way up until his most recent video griping about how long it took him to install the updates for Killzone 2. All of them. Him breaking a scratched up copy of Resistance Fall of Man that didn't work anyway in the first place. Planned in advance. Do you understand what I'm telling you here? Every time you subbed him, every time you favorited one of his vids, every time you featured one of his vids on your channel, every time you posted a comment saying, way to go, way to own those Trey brothers, way to own those PS3 fanboys, every time you subbed, favorited, commented, gave him a pat on the back, you were kneeling before the throne of El Presador and the Trey Brotherhood. Every single one of you, from the bottom of the barrel comment trolls all the way up to MLD himself, you've all been duped. You've all been mass owned. It's just that simple. I don't know any other way to put it for you, to break it easy to you. El Presador was not kidding when he made that video showing the little puppets dancing. We played every single one of you like a one-stringed harp, because that's just how easy it is to pretend to be a goddamn weeble. All of you. Mass owned. Simultaneously. Instantly. And constantly for the last several months. All of you kneeling before Hellhound and telling him how great he was and how talented he was, which is all true, but that's because he's in the Trey Brotherhood, friends. Did you not think it was a little bit odd that someone with those kind of skills would end up on the weeble side, the nerd side, the practically PC gamer lame ass frag head side? Indisputable, undeniable, irrefutable, factual evidence. So be proud of yourselves. Be proud that you call us a cult, and yet every single one of you was so easily duped into believing in a false leader. Be proud of yourselves. You've earned it. Oh, and one more thing, Weebles. Before I leave you to absorb the enormity of the massive, massive jape that you've just been involved in. AMLD. I called it.
We gave that video a day or so to cook, so that the 360 Republic guys could accuse me of lying, faking it, etc., which they certainly did. It generated a lot of negative comments and multiple videos trying to debunk me. And then Hellhound posted his video, which is no longer around sadly, confirming the whole thing, showing how he owned every PlayStation console, the PSP, showing off his PS1, his PS2, his PSP, and his PS3 game collection, and of course ending with Trey for life. The reaction was immediate. MLD removed Hellhound from his membership page. Hellhound was banned from the 360 Republic forum. 100 or so people unsubbed from his YouTube channel, and then was replaced by over 500 new Trey Brotherhood member subscribers overnight. He was welcomed into the fold with open arms, well, except maybe for Doomars. Doomars, to his credit, just had a hunch that I was trolling both sides, and he messaged me to let me know so and that he wasn't falling for my trolling bullshit. This is the first time I've publicly acknowledged that he was right. Congrats, Dumars. So mission accomplished. Hellhound was now a proud member of the greatest and fakest gaming organization in the YouTube gaming community. But we didn't have much time to celebrate, as a friend of Infinite Retros, an unhinged Canadian with more issues than Walden books, was about to spray the whole community with his crazy. But that, my friends, is another story.
Well, bring out the gimp.
I think the gimp's sleeping.
Well, I guess you just have to go wake him up now, won't you?
Yeah, you can like hit that ball. Yeah, and you can kick it with your feet.